Yes, hello viewers, welcome to this tutorial of today. As earlier on we have been learning things on information literacy, and under information literacy we have introduced ourselves to what we call the search strategies. And now in the search strategies we did an introduction to search strategy. Now we have learned about Boolean operators. Now today we are going to start another chapter under the search strategy that is something to do with the wildcards and truncation in search strategy. So we're going to look at wildcards and truncations today. The information that I have for you here is using simple techniques to improve your search. So which simple techniques are we talking about? The simple techniques we're talking about is the wildcards and the truncations that we're going to use in our search strategy. Now without wastage of time, you ask yourself, what are these wildcards and truncations that we are talking about? What are they? Yes, so now knowing this, we shall be able to really understand what we are talking about. Now we have wildcards and truncations as special symbols used in searches to find different versions of a word. So now these are symbols, okay? Yes, used to find different versions of a word. So that is a combined definition of wildcards and truncation. But however, in this tutorial today, we shall be looking we shall be looking at wildcards and truncations one by one. So why should we use these wildcards and a truncation? So this one is giving us the importance of the wildcards and the truncation. So one, we say that we find more results, okay, is capture different spellings or word endings. So it helps us to find more results, okay? So this one will help us to capture the different spellings or word endings. We shall see the details of this importance as we continue with our tutorial. Then the second thing is it is time saving. Yes, search once instead of typing many variations. So you will see that it will be time saving because when you type a word and you add a truncation or wildcard to it, you will see that it really gives you the different variations at once, and you'll be able to select the one you want, other than going word by word and getting the different words for yourself. So now let's start by looking at the wildcards. What are wildcards? So we say that wildcards are symbols used in search strategies to replace one or more characters in a word, allowing for more flexible and broad searches. So you find that these are symbols used in search strategies, okay? Yes, so it is a symbol. Wildcards are just symbols. So which symbols are they? Okay, so we're going to look at the symbols, but first let's see the function of wildcards. Also they are helpful in database search engines and information retrieval systems. So meaning when you are dealing with databases with your search engines, it really helps you to retrieve your information very fast. So let's look at this the function of these wildcards. So the function is replace one character in a word to find different spellings. So now the symbols of the wildcards that we are talking about are here. You can use a question mark, or you can use a hashtag, or you can use the exclamation mark, depending on the search engine that you will use. So those are the different symbols that you use under the wildcard to really find your word. So an example is here for us. So if you see the word, the first one, you have something related to woman or women. So here you don't know, you want to get both the variations of the word woman. So where there is a, you're going to put a question mark, then it is going to retrieve for you both woman and women. Are you seeing that? Yes. And then for the word color, we have, you know that we have the American version and the UK version. So which one do you choose? So you're going to put where there is after the O, you're going to put a question mark. You're going to get the color, the spelling of the US English, then the color with the U, where it is the from the United Kingdom. So that is really how this thing we call the wildcards work. So you see, now a tip for you here: use wildcards to find words with small spelling changes. So meaning, the most important thing for you to notice down is wildcards are used to find words with small spelling changes. So as you can see from the examples there, they are just small spelling changes that makes the words to differ. So that is really something about the wildcard that I want you to know. Then let's look at the truncation. What is a truncation? Ask yourself. Yes, so this is the definition of what we call truncation. Truncation is a search technique used to find various word forms by cutting off part of a word and using a symbol, typically an asterisk sign, that star you are seeing there, to represent the missing part. Meaning you are going to cut a word, okay? You're going to cut a word so that part of it will remain, and to the remaining part you put an asterisk sign, the star. It's not a star, it's called asterisk, okay? Yes, you put the asterisk sign so that it can represent the missing parts, and you'll be able to get the different versions of the remaining part. So it allows you to search for all possible endings of a word, which helps in retrieving a broader results. So meaning the purpose here is you find that there are some words that end in different ways, okay? Is they are ending in different ways. So for you to retrieve the different ending parts, you use an asterisk sign to retrieve all of them. So let's look at the function of the truncation. Okay, one, it replaces several characters at the end of a word to find different endings. So I think this is just like a continuation of what we have been talking about previously, but then it just summarizes the whole thing. So that is the symbol of the asterisk sign. Then an example here about now the truncation. So you see we have educat, okay? Yes, so that word there can be can end in this the different ways. It is education, we have educator, we have educational. You also can also add educating. So you can add the different endings with it. Then also educate, that is ending with e. You can see that one was ending with t, meaning you can find the educate ending with t. You can find education, you can find educator, you can find education, educational, you can find educating. All those are the different truncations of the word educat. Yes. Then we have child. In child, yes, you can find child as its own. You can find children as its own. You can find childhood as its own, and many more about the ending. So that is how the truncation and the wildcards really help us in doing our work. So a tip for you here: use truncation to find all versions of a word. Okay, we use truncations to find all versions of a word, especially how the different words are ending. So that is really how the truncation helps us. So let's look at something very important here, using the truncation and wildcards together. Let's look at it and we see how we can really use these two together. We say you can combine both. Okay, you can combine both. An example here, you can see the first one here is a word which is like computer, but it is ending with an asterisk sign. So we know that asterisk sign is for truncation. Okay, then we have and then lab question mark r. So which one is that? You see, so it can find for you computer and labor. You see, that is how when you want to get the different versions of when you combine, when you combine wildcards and truncation, you'll be able to find such answers, so that you will be able to get to know the differences. Because now the labor can be without the u or with the u, depending on the version of English, whether British or American English that you're using. Then a tip for you here is to check the help section of your search tool for the correct symbols. So when you are searching it, okay, you are searching these words, always when you are using these search tools, there is a part for finding the correct symbols. Okay, so it is found in the help section, which you see that in bold. You can find it in the help section there, and you'll be able to really understand it. So let's see how we apply this truncation and wildcards in real life. Okay, real life examples. One, we have theta. That is, since it is ending, since we have an asterisk sign after it, meaning it is a truncation of the word therapy, therapist, or therapist. So really that is how it differs. Then also we have globalize, then question mark Asian. I see that. So meaning we have globalization or globalization. So it depends. So you can see the words that are making them different is the Z and the H, which is making them different. So we have manage. We have the manage ending with E, manager, management, managing, all these other words. So that's really how we can apply these things in real life. Now a summary of this truncation and the wildcards. One, we say that wildcards replace one character. Okay, it replaces one character, and the most important thing there is it is great for spelling differences. It's great for spelling differences, meaning it helps, the wildcards will help you to identify the differences in the spelling of a word. Okay, yes. So let's look at truncation. Truncation will capture many endings, and it is used for word variations. So for wildcards, it is to solve the difference in the spellings, and now for truncation, it is to solve the problem of word variations. Okay, now one thing I have to tell you here is you have to boost your search skills. Okay, for you to boost your search skills, try wildcards and truncations today. You try them in the different search engines, and you see how it works, and you will see how it will help you. So this is where we're going to stop for wildcards and truncations. Hope you really enjoyed it, and if there is anything maybe that you feel that I've left behind, please don't forget to comment in the comment section, and I'll get it from there. Please you can like, share, and also keep telling others about this channel, so that people get to know it, and we all enjoy the journey together. Thank you so much for watching for following this today's tutorial. I still remain Amos. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Catch up next time.